Welcome to today's technical analysis video. We're going to look at Procter Gamble stock today. This is Eric, and today is October the 25th. So let's go ahead and take a look at this unbelievable stock, actually. So here's a one-year chart of Procter Gamble, and I always like to start just looking to see without any additional indicators what price has been doing. Clearly, this thing has been going up all year. This is a 12-month chart. This is the daily, of course. And over this last week, we saw a little bit of a down move, and then it popped right on back up. So let's do a little closer analysis. I always like to start off with the moving averages, just simple moving averages. I don't need the exponential and all of that. This will get it done. So right off the bat, most of the year, we saw all three moving averages in line, the 10-day, the 20-day, and the 50-day, all being in order positioned to show a bullish move. So if the 10-day is higher than the 20, which is higher than the 50, and on this you see the 10-day is actually in green, the 20-day is in red, and then the blue is the 50-day moving averages. Up until a few weeks ago in October, when the stock took a little bit of a move down, this stock for the most part has spent most of the year in an upward move. So that's good for the 1 year. Let's look at a 5-year and see if there's any different. Well, so a 5-year is a little bit more interesting. We see that back in 2015 we had a roughly 9-month movement back or retracement of the stock, and then it had several years, a couple more years of going either up or slightly sideways between 2017 and 2018. You can see this period here is mostly a sideways channel. It fell again the first half of 2018, and it's done nothing but go up since then. And you can tell once again the three moving averages are in line. Let's take a look at. I wanted to see how long the stock has been going up. This is incredibly bullish. So I just decided to look at the entire price chart that I could pull, the entire history. And this right here is about as impressive as it gets. So all the way back from 1969, well, I'd have to expand, but you see periods of channeling, limited growth, but pretty much from the 90s forward, the 90s up until 2000, which 2000 right before 2000, 2001. This period, obviously, we're going to be looking at the dot-com bubble bursting, Enron ending. There are several, the devaluation of Russian debt, the failing of the Argentinian peso. That all was in this 1998 late 1999s or late 90s period. So it doesn't surprise me that it fell off here, and then it climbed again until, what do we see? Worldwide recession, global recession. So even Procter & Gamble isn't good enough to beat worldwide recession, but look at what it does. 2009, it picks on back up, and then a new high. Falls again in 2015. A little tumble we just looked at a minute ago, and the 2018 period, and nothing but up again. So this stock is about as strong a blue chip as I've ever seen. This is a strong upward move. So then I was going to look at a Fibonacci retracement. That's normally what I like to look at next. But what would I be retracing? I mean, I'd have to retrace the move of these global recessions, which is irrelevant for the most part, because every retracement, every recovery has been better than 100%. So back here in the late 90s, early 2000s, more than 100% retracement. In the 2018 period, more than 100%. 2014, 2015, again, more than 100%. So this stock knows how to move one direction, and it seems to be higher. The MACD, of course, when you have such a strong trend over long periods of time, let alone a year, it's less relevant. There's only 1 or 2 periods in this whole year where we drop below the 0 line, so it's hard to take any signal here. Like this crossing below the 0 line just means that the momentum appears to look like it's going to continue a bullish trend. So when it's been trending like this with very few retracements, the MACD I find to be significantly less relevant. And then what is relevant, of course, is just your old school channels. Look at where the trend is going, what it's been doing, and this thing fit very nicely into a channel, and we seem to be right in the middle of the channel, looking to go up, possibly to test that 128 level. We're at all-time highs, so you either decide that you're going to buy or you decide to wait and see if this thing is going to crater. And the only time we've seen it crater is when the global economy craters. So I'd be looking to buy this thing if you're bullish the overall world economy. So as a summary, Procter Gamble, the stock has been in a strong upward trend essentially since the 70s. The only time that it didn't move higher was when we had global recession. The moving averages are all in line with the continued move higher. Fibonacci retracement, like I said, is irrelevant because there hasn't been much retracement, and the few that have been there, the few retracements that we've seen with global recession have all had greater than 100% recovery. So the Fibonacci is less relevant. The MACD is less relevant because we've been in an upward trend. I do like the fact that this channel seems to be holding, and even that looks bullish. So don't look at this stock and say, I'm a contrarian, I'm going to go ahead and sell because it's at all-time highs, because you can end up experiencing more all-time highs. This is a one-directional trade, and I just say buy it. If you do want to look at some trades that might pay off, that would be selling things like, if you understand options well, you could sell put spreads in this thing. You could do things like selling call spreads that are significantly out of the money. Maybe look at 1/2s, ratio spreads, where you sell 2 to buy 1 and just end up capturing the spread. But this, or even the other way around, buying 2 and selling 1, that would net fund the purchase of 2, because that one, you'd have to do it further out though. Not to get into a longer options discussion, and sorry for any of you that don't understand options, because that might have just confused you. But anyway, this is a strong buy. I wouldn't sell this thing if you paid me to. I wouldn't sell this thing with your money, not until I see a significant reason that the global economy is going to go lower. So that's it for today's trading analysis. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I will continue to look at a couple more stocks this weekend. So thanks for watching. Feel free to share the videos with a friend. Happy trading.